Once upon a time, on a green, sunny hillside, there lived two silly goats, Billy and Willie. They were the fluffiest, most stubborn goats on the entire hill, with wild curly horns and tufts of fur sticking up like little crowns on their heads. One sunny afternoon, Billy and Willie found themselves munching grass near a single bridge over a sparkling stream. This bridge was narrow, barely wide enough for one goat to cross at a time. Both goats were very proud of their horns and thought they deserved to cross first, but when they reached the bridge at the same time, their hoofs clicked to a halt, and they locked eyes. "I was here first," Billy declared, stamping his hoof. "No way. I saw the bridge first," Willie huffed, swinging his horns in the air. "Step aside, Billy. You know I'm faster." "Faster? I'm stronger," said Billy, and he took a step forward. "Oh, we'll see about that," Willie replied, stepping onto the bridge as well, with a determined glint in their eyes. Both goats pushed their way onto the bridge, squeezing side by side, but the bridge creaked and groaned beneath their weight, and the rushing water below glistened with the light from the sun. As if chuckling at the goats' foolishness, neither Billy nor Willie wanted to back down. They began to shove each other with their horns, each thinking they could force the other off the bridge. "Move over," Billy grunted. "No, you move over," Willie insisted, shoving back just as hard. They pushed, and shoved, and huffed, and grumbled until, splash, both goats lost their footing and tumbled right into the cold, wet stream below. Billy and Willie surfaced, spluttering and looking like soggy, drenched dust balls with horns, shivering from the cold water. Billy glared at Willie. "Now look what you did." Willie glared back. "Me? You're the one who wouldn't let me go first." Just then, an old tortoise, who had been watching the whole scene, slowly ambled over to the edge of the stream. My, what a spectacle," the tortoise said in a deep, calm voice. "You two goats are so silly. If you had simply taken turns, you could have crossed the bridge without all this fuss." Billy and Willie looked at each other, dripping wet and muddy. Taking turns? The idea hadn't even crossed their minds. The tortoise chuckled. "Here's a little advice, young ones. When you share, everybody wins." Embarrassed but humbled, Billy and Willie clambered out of the water and shook themselves dry. They nodded at each other, and without a word, decided to give the bridge another go. This time, Billy stepped back and let Willie go first. Willie trotted across the bridge with ease. When he was safely on the other side, he turned and called, "Okay, Billy, your turn." With a relieved bleat, Billy crossed the bridge without a single bump or splash. Both goats laughed when they reached each other on the other side, realizing how silly they'd been. From that day on, whenever Billy and Willie met on the bridge or anywhere else on the hillside, they took turns. Sometimes Billy went first, and sometimes Willie did, but they always remembered the lesson they'd learned. And so, the two silly goats became the best of friends, teaching everyone on the hill that sharing wasn't just smart, it was the key to keeping everyone happy.